The previous lecturer have discussed about the proper way on how to write a recommendation in narrative form and its importance in strategic financial planning. He also tackled about the different characteristics of an effective recommendation, which are constructive, specific, measurable, sensitive, and balanced. Good day, I'm Kevin Dave A. Casas, and I'm here to discuss about the sections of the financial plan, particularly the action plan and the Gantt chart. At the end of the lecture, the students must be able to, first, to know the importance of an action plan, the different components which comprises it, and its importance towards the success of a strategic financial plan. And also, to know the importance and use of a Gantt chart in making a successful timetable of schedule of activities that is essential in a financial plan. As per Dr. Kasurao, financial plan, this part is the beginning of the financial plan proper. The chosen course of action shall be articulated here in detail in this part. This will show how the identified problems will be solved and will give the blueprint on how the turnaround of the entity will take place. The first two sections of the financial plan is the action plan and the Gantt chart. Action plan is a document that lists what steps must be taken in order to achieve a specific goal. This section will show how the chosen course of action will be given life. A plan without action remains a plan, and therefore could not change the situation of the entity. Therefore, an action plan that follows the principles of STRANG, meaning specific, time-bound, reliable, attainable, manageable, and profitable, is very essential. Now, let's proceed with the proper presentation of an action plan. This section is best presented in a matrix with the above considerations as the column headings. Namely, first is the strategic action. This contains the recommended ACA, or commonly known as the alternative course of action. Next would be policies. This is the statement of the policy that shall embody the courses of action based on the strategic action taken. The courses of actions are steps. This is the specific plan of activities that are undertaken in order to implement the strategic choice. It must be based on the actual practice and is consistently respond to the strategy. Next would be objectives, which sets the aim to accomplish for every course of action. This must be definitive and measurable. Next would be people involved. Pinpoints who will be involved, like positions and authorities in that particular step. This may be undertaken by a third party like the consultants. Next would be time frame. Consistent with the Gantt chart or PERT or CPM, this is the specific time or period that will be consumed in undertaking that particular course of action. Next would be cost involved. This will account the cost of doing that particular course of action in relation to the expenses involved, proportionate salaries, honoraria, consultancy fees, logistics, opportunity costs, etc. Details should be provided as part of the appendices. Next would be expected returns. The proponent estimates the yield or profit from implementing the proposed strategy. Next would be possible hurdles. These are the problems that may stand in the way during implementation. It must be identified and further be considered in the implementation. Next would be success indicators. You should go back to your set criteria. They serve as your success indicators, unless otherwise referring to a specific for a specific course of action. And lastly, the evaluating tools. What are the tools the proponents will use in order to determine the success of the strategy implemented? And now, here's an example of an action plan for a 5-year financial plan for Ohana Trading Corporation. It is presented in a table. Now, let's proceed with the other section of the financial plan, which is the Gantt chart or the PERT or CPM. The proponents may use the Gantt chart or the PERT or CPM depending on the activities to be accomplished. PERT stands for Program Evaluation Review Technique, and CPM stands for Critical Path Method. Gantt chart provides a graphical illustration of a schedule that helps to plan, coordinate, and track specific tasks in a project. Consistent with the course of action, under the column of time frame, this will show the table reflecting the detailed schedule of activities in the implementation. It must be realistic in terms of time of completion, doability, etc. Now, here's an example of a Gantt chart for a 5-year financial plan for Rojas Food Ventures Incorporated. This table contains the schedule of activities and the target time frame for them to be accomplished. In a nutshell, the action plan and the Gantt chart are both essential in making a successful strategic financial plan. These are indicators on how you will execute your chosen course of action and time-bounded goals. And also, it is a measurement of how much work output you've already done based on your target time frame in achieving your plans. An effective action plan must follow the STRONG principle because it is necessary and connected with the Gantt chart that follows proper observation of time. And lastly, here are the list of my references. Thank you.